what ways is Malta currently trying to lead by example when it comes to climate-friendly travel?
In a number of ways, Malta is trying to be a global centre of climate-friendly travel. Number one, together with the support of MTA and the Ministry of Tourism, we created an organisation in Malta, SUNx Malta. And SUNx Malta is an institute, an NGO, and its goal is to take young people who are much more conscious about the imperative to move quickly to deal with climate change and to bring them into a travel framework. So we created a diploma with ITS. We've put over 100 students through that diploma. We created a course of 300 hours of lectures. And then we take these young people, we make them interns for a year, and we put them in their own countries, which are the world's poorest countries, small island developing states, the ones who really need the climate justice and the support because they didn't create the climate problem, and they're the ones who are suffering the most from it, and they're incapable of responding because they're basically poor, and they all have tourism products, and they all need to get tourists. So we are training these people from Malta. Then about a month and a half ago, Minister Bartolo announced that we were putting 50 chapters, one in each of the world's poorest countries, and next year we're putting another 40 chapters in each of the small island developing states, all out of Malta. Each of these chapters will become a local centre for climate-friendly travel. And I should be clear about what climate-friendly travel is. It's travel which is adjusted to respond to the demands of a Paris 1.5 future, which takes account of the sustainable development goals, which may be different for Malta than they are for Cyprus or for the UK or France, reflects those in its strategy, as Malta has done in its tourism strategy, and tries to bring it about in a way which is nature positive, because we need to live with nature and the planet. So we're doing all of these things from Malta, with working very closely with MTA, and particularly as an integral part of the tourism strategy and the observatory.
And what has been the interest from Maltese stakeholders so far?
I could be tough and say very little, but then I'd have to look in the mirror, because we have not promoted this in Malta. We have developed it in Malta, and we have promoted it around the world. It's with this conference that we are bringing it to Malta. You heard my friend and colleague Hans Friedrichs say we created a registry in Malta in Gozo so that we could bring the Maltese tourism industry in. It's free of charge, and we help them to think about how to adapt to an inevitable different future.